In this video, we're going to be talking about a topic that is hopefully familiar, and it's called heat transfer. So last year we talked in earth science about heat transfer being conduction, convection, and radiation. So that's how heat is transferred all throughout our universe. Remember, we can't lose or gain energy, so it's just going to be transferred from one place to another. The first kind is conduction. So this is the transfer of thermal energy from one substance to another through direct contact. So these objects have to actually touch. Like we said before in a previous note set, that the energy is always going to be transferred from a higher temperature to a lower temperature to try to hit thermal equilibrium. So examples are touching a hot stove, a metal spoon heating up in a hot pot. Anything that you touch and you feel that heat directly, that is conduction. So we also talked about conductors and insulators first semester when we talked about metals and nonmetals. Conductors, we said metals are conductors because they can put that energy through well, they can conduct electricity through them, whereas insulators, nonmetals, do not conduct the thermal energy well. Convection is our second type, and that is the transfer of thermal energy through movement of a liquid or a gas. So this one is a little bit tricky to picture, but remember, as these liquids and gas tend to move in a circular motion, or not always, but a lot of times in a circular motion, and it causes that energy to be transferred through. So as water boils, it circulates. Heating systems, that air circulates. A convection current is actually the name for that circular motion. So as there's temperature differences, it causes the colder air to sink because it's more dense, and then the hotter is going to rise, and then that cools off, and then it starts to create a circular current, so everything balances out. And our last one is radiation. So this was our transfer of transfer of energy through electromagnetic waves. So things like the sun's rays, they're radiating to you. Feeling the heat off of a bonfire. If you're laying out and tanning, you're getting tanned through the radiation of those waves. So those are our three types. Hopefully you remember those pretty well. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is just the greenhouse effect that has to do with actually both kind of radiation and convection. But in earth science, we talked about the greenhouse effect being where the gases got trapped due to the greenhouse gases, or the heat got trapped due to the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. So the earth is starting to warm up due to that. But radiation is what brings that heat in, but that it's not able to go back out into space. So convection is what's keeping that heat circulating and warming that earth up. So I just wanted to relate that to something that's a little more easy to understand because it's something that's so common around us.